Hello, hello. It's time for piano. Yay! All right, let me see here. Gotta take the frame off. There it is. Hey, you guys. Welcome, welcome. We are learning a really great song today. I love it. What a wonderful world. Isn't it fabulous? It's such a powerful song that is so simple, but also just so, impactful on so many communities. I'm so happy we get to learn it today. But before we get started, if you can like and share this video, that helps me reach more learners across the globe, okay? Next, if you could subscribe. Subscribing is very important because that's how I measure the metrics of this channel to see what's working and what's not working, okay? All right, next, I operate on a Discord server. So Discord's really important, and all of my current students will know this. Discord is the place to be because that's where you get the feedback from me, the interaction. We host events. We have a really good time on there and just share in our learning experiences together on the piano. All right. Next, I'm on Patreon. So Patreon, I mention every single lesson, twice a lesson. Because it's so important, right? So if you want to help support me financially on a monthly basis, Patreon's the way to do that, okay? A lot of people like to choose the $5 level because, they learn songs here or there, right? Or they really just believe in what I do, right? But if you're really wanting to get the full benefit of everything and feel like you're actually a part of what we're doing here and the magic that we're making, the $20 level is very, very popular. The majority of my students take that tier. It's the all access tier, and you get everything that I do, including recital fee discounts and tuition discounts for all of my camps, which is really fun, okay? It includes everything else too. So join us on Patreon. All right, let's get to the music, right? Enough of the chit chat. Go ahead and pull out your greatest hits book. Here we go. Yeah. All right, so in our greatest hits book, it's funny, I wrote the name of the song, but I didn't put the page number. Okay, so turn to page 10, okay? 10 and 11 in your book, you will find What a Wonderful World. And this is such a great song, okay? The music was originally written by George David Weiss, but he actually wrote the song with Louis Armstrong in mind because he knew the power of Louis Armstrong's voice and the power it had in bringing different people of different races and ethnic backgrounds together, right? And that's what he was all about. This song was also made famous by the Hawaiian indigenous person and performer Israel Kamakawiwa Ole. Yes, I said his whole name because that's what he deserves, right? What a beautiful piece that he combined with Over the Rainbow, right? What a Wonderful World on ukulele and his beautiful voice as well. So very, very big, powerful, influential musicians, not just in the music space, but also in social spaces. So I love this song. So let's get started. All right, so looking here at What a Wonderful World. The first thing I notice here, of course, it says slowly, right? We know that this song is a slow song, okay? So go ahead and give your tempo a little circle, okay? I see 4/4 time. So 4 beats a measure. I also see mezzo forte. I don't see any sharps or flats in the key signature, so it's telling me we'll be in C major, okay? I say C major instead of A minor because I already know that What a Wonderful World is in a major key, not a minor key, okay? The first measure, though, only consists of 1 beat, so that's already telling me that we've got an incomplete measure to begin this, okay? If you look at the very end of the piece, the final measure only has 3 beats. So that's where it ends up to 4, okay? Now, as far as position is concerned, for both of our hands, I see that the bass clef notes are hovering around the top of the bass clef, and the right hand notes are not going any higher than an A. So if I look on my keyboard and I see in the middle area and then a high as an A, I'm already seeing that we're going to be in like a middle C or middle D position. So that's really important, all right? As we learn this piece, you're going to recognize that I'm only going to be playing, I'm playing both hands as I learn. For this particular reason, being in a middle D or a middle C position it doesn't quite make sense for me to break it down by hand when I see the melody floating between the left and the right. So in order to keep that consistency and the arc of the melodic line, I will play both of those hands, okay? But don't worry, it will be nice and slow, okay? Let's switch to piano view and find our spot. Okay. Okay, I talk a lot. I just realized that. Okay, so I'm seeing here in the middle, the very top space of the bass staff has my 8th note. It has my pinky finger 5. So I'm going to put my hand right there, and I notice that my finger 2 is my very first note in the right hand, and that's on the bottom line of my treble staff. That's actually an E. So it looks like we're starting with the middle D position, okay? Thumbs on D, fan out the rest of the fingers, okay? So as I'm playing very slowly, I will be saying select note names, okay? But the majority of the time, I'm focusing on rhythm, okay? We have a lot of 8th rests beginning several measures, so we're gonna have to be very aware of that, okay? I'm only gonna be playing the first 2 lines up to the middle of measure number 8, okay? All right, I'm in my spot. Are you ready? Let's give this a try. 1 and 2 and ready and C, E, G, and E. Hold. Left hand C, F, and A. Very good. Now we have an A, F, 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 and G, 2, up to B, D, 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 3rd, A and C, 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 A flat, C, C, A flat again. We'll have to circle that one. Rest. C, C, B, C, D, and B. Then we have E, hold, up to a G sharp. Then we have an A, C, down to B and D, and that's where I stop, okay? I told you. Yeah, those 8th rests really, really give it, like, you have to think about it in half beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with those 8th rests, you're coming in on the and of the first beat, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, right? So that's the idea, right? This is why I wanted to make sure that we had the left hand with it, because if we didn't, we wouldn't hear the first beat, right? You notice on the first line, measure 3, 4, and 5, the left hand comes in on the first beat. You see the half note? That's important because it grounds your counting, right? That's important. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. This is important, right? So we're going to play it again. Same tempo, nice and slow, okay? If you need to jot down some select notes, I recommend that you do so, okay? I'm going to try and keep it as mathematically accurate as I possibly can with these half a beats, so that way you can count in your head 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? You can do this. two lines, okay? Let's do these 2 lines. All right. Middle D position, starting with the left hand pinky finger 5 on G. We're going to count off. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and. 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Oops, 3 rest. C, C, B, C, D. 2, G sharp, tied in the right hand. A, C, B, and D. And that's where we stop, right? Did you hear my mess up? Oh my gosh, I totally messed up the A flat. I knew it would happen. It was so funny because when I was coming up to that measure, I was about to say, don't mess up the A flat. And then I ended up doing it wrong anyway. I'm going to write an A flat in there so I don't forget. And I'm going to circle it. Ha ha. I'm only human. I make mistakes too. Okay. I think that's really good for the first section, okay? Now we're going to move on to the next section. The pickup notes to measure 9, also known as the final beat of measure 8, all the way until you reach measure 16, okay? This is basically the rest of page 1, if you're aware of that, okay? All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but some of the rhythms change based on the lyrics, okay? You got this. Here we go. All right, so I'm still in my middle D position. I'm starting at the end of line 2. That's that final beat, the pickups to measure 9. Here we go. 1, 2, ready? G, B, C, E, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and A flat, through, and 3, and 4, and 1. Very good. Okay, so that's the second part of this, okay? The rest of page 1. You notice the syncopations in there, okay? So line up those dotted quarter notes with where they are with the left hand, so that way you know where they're coming in, okay? Sometimes the single eighth notes after those dotted quarters really can be chopped if we're not careful. So make sure that you're counting that 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2, and, right? It comes in on the and, right? Or the 3 and 4, and, right? It really helps to count it out loud, okay? All right, I'm going to play this section once more, okay? I'm not going to say anything this time because sometimes when I try to multitask with the counting, the notes, and all of that jazz, I get confused myself, and I want to make sure I do it as accurate as possible for you. I'm also going to write in that A flat because I know I might miss it. Circling and drawing in an A flat. Okay, starting at the pickups to measure 9. Okay, end of line 2. Let's find the middle D position. I'm in my spot. And let's count off. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and. There you go. That's section 2. So we just finished the first page. Woohoo! Woohoo! 1 second party. It's important to celebrate little wins, especially on a song that can be as intricate as this one, right? Again, this is one of those songs that looks and sounds, it appears like it's a very simple piece to learn, but in its simplicity lives the intricacies of the melodic patterns in here, right? If you miss your A flat, oh, it sounds not quite right, right? If you don't get the rhythm just right, it doesn't line up with the lyrics, right? So making sure that you're being very careful and aware of these things will make sure that you're feeling extra confident about it, okay? Now, we're going to move on. The pickup note to measure 17. This is where we're beginning, also known as the pickup note to page 2, okay? This is a great section because there's a lot of drama in it at the very end. You'll notice a combination crescendo and diminuendo along with the ritardando leading into the chorus again. It's so beautiful. So really, really get ready for that section, okay? Here we go. All right. Pickup notes to page 2. Now we're still in middle D position, okay, you guys? We've got a finger 2 on that C down below. And at measure 17, we come right in on the beat, okay? Let's count off. 1, 2, ready, C. Very good. See, that part at the end is so pretty. It says, they're really saying I love you, right? It's so nice, right? The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky and are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying I love you. And that's beautiful, isn't it? Yes, it's true. Because we're all like brothers and sisters. Like we really, really are. So that's the power of a beautiful, simple song like this. So let's play that section again. Okay, I know you love it. Really work on getting the drama in at the end of this section, right? So measures 23 and 24. Put a giant circle around it, right? Where you see the crescendo and diminuendo. And you see the abbreviation RIT for ritardando, right? So you're going to be slowing it down as well, okay? Let's do it. Oh, I love this song so much. I know you love it too, or else you wouldn't be learning it, right? Okay, so we're here with our middle D position again. Let's make some magic. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and... So nice. Okay, very good. We learned that section. Great job. Okay, so now to close this, we have pickup notes to 25, okay? We also have a tempo indicator because we just finished a ritardando of a tempo. Look at measure 25. A tempo. So that means we're going back to our beginning tempo, right? And we are going to pick up that chorus line again. This is how it sounds here and closes this beautiful song, okay? You'll notice some of the similarities between the first part of the song and this part. And then as we move towards the end of the song, we have a position change, a slight one, okay? Not like a crazy one. we're going to be going to middle C position to close, okay? Pay close attention to these notes and these rhythms, and you're going to get this song, okay? You can do it. All right. Pick up note to 25. Here we go. Middle D position. Back a tempo. We also have a dynamic change, mezzo piano, okay? So a mezzo piano is putting us there a little bit slightly louder than a piano, okay? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Down to A, F, F, E, D, C, and A. C, C, A flat. 2 and rest. To move your left hand down. Right hand down to middle C. F, E, C, D, C, 2 and rest. Ritardando. And there's your ending, okay? It's a very beautiful song. I think you're going to have such a fun time learning it, okay? But like I mentioned, the rhythmic intricacies really make it hard, okay? I noticed again, there's an A flat on the measure 29, right? I have to draw it in. I know you might have to also. I always have the tendency to miss it, so I always like to draw it in, okay? Now, yes, 25 to the end, it's a tempo, right? At the beginning of measure 34, actually on the second beat of measure 34, on the last line, there's another ritardando, okay? And you can continue slowing it down towards all the way to the end of the song, okay? Take your time, get those accurate notes, right? Don't miss that A flat in the left hand, and then end very sweetly and quietly with a beautiful chord at the end, okay? I'm gonna play this section once more, okay? Let's do it together. All right, pick up notes to 25. All right. Now we're in middle D position. Yeah, okay, middle D position. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And rest. And there it is. It's so pretty, you guys. I'm so excited. Aren't you happy you're learning this song? I bet you are. It's so pretty, and it's so nice that it's at an accessible level for a beginner adult learner. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? I'm going to play this all the way through now, from beginning to end, so you get the idea of what it sounds like with the dynamic changes, with those crescendos and diminuendos, the shifts in tempo due to the ritardandos, and the a tempos, so you get a feel of what it sounds like, okay? Let's give it a try. Turn on your ears. Let's listen together. All right. For the final time through, What a Wonderful World. Here we go. And there you go. I told you it was pretty. Yeah, it's like so, so nice. It's a beautiful little piece, and I hope you enjoy this lesson. You're going to do it. You're going to play this gorgeous song. Practice, practice hard, right? And if you need help, you know where to find me, right? Find me on my Discord server, right? Let me go ahead and pop that on there. Join Discord, right? So there's an invitation link in the campsite below in the description of this video. Join us, right? So that way you can get feedback from me if you're having trouble with a certain section. Well, let's work together on it, right? That's what I do. That's what the highlight of this whole experience is being able to actually get feedback from me on a, a live basis, right? You don't have to like watch this video a year from now and then you're like, oh, well, I can't join Discord anymore. Are you kidding me? Of course you can. Join us anytime. So I hope you consider joining us there, okay? Also, I am on Patreon, right? I mentioned this before. If you enjoyed this lesson, if you enjoy the way I teach, if you love learning piano with me, consider supporting me on a monthly basis. I've got different tiers from $5 a month up to $90 a month. See what works for you and your family and your budget, right? The majority of my students choose the $20 level because they recognize the value of what I'm doing here, and it's equivalent to about that amount. So consider joining us, okay? Thank you very much. All right. Well, that concludes our lesson, right? It's been such a great time. I hope you enjoyed What a Wonderful World. It is beautiful. And it's one of those songs you can easily learn to sing along with, okay? So let's have a great time with that one, all right? Practice hard. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.